Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500 with Elliott Wave Theory. A couple of advertisements here at the start. I finally completed the Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course, so if you want to master the RSI and want to learn how it can be utilized properly with Elliott Wave Theory, check out the course on Udemy. I've also started Counter Trend Capital with few expert traders that will be paid Discord group. Currently the Discord is free, so you can check it out if you're interested. And lastly, if you want to educate yourself and support me, you can take a look at Patreon, where you can find Elliott Wave Basics course, access to weekly live streams and extra content overall. Thank you for your support. Let's get into the charts next. So here we are on S&P 500 on the 1 hour chart on the futures charts again, and taking a look at the structure from the lows of around December 22nd. Since then again we had a couple of different ideas, and the first one that I generally prefer is this one, which is a more corrective structure coming down in or going up in three ways. So this would be a W, X, and then another wave or three-way structure going up to that wave Y, hitting these targets of very corrective targets 1.236 locally here, and the 1.236 to 1.382 on the WXY. And since then again, more locally, we could be looking this as more of a three-way coming down, and either this would be the first structure that would be correcting this whole structure, as I don't think this is enough of a correction for this whole thing, so I would expect us to be creating some kind of larger correction down, something like this, or we would be a bit more aggressive with more of an impulse wave coming down, something similar to this. This is most likely not the case though, because again, if we are looking at this second structure, what we have here as potential file waves, it does not really look too good as a structure at this point. And also, if we would have this as a 1-2, 1-2, we would more than likely not get beyond the 1-to-1 extension in price. And as we do go beyond, this means that the second smaller degree structure would be larger than the higher degree structure, which is generally not something that you'd be expecting. So what instead this could be, if this can be, or if you still want to be labeling this in 5 waves, you would have this as an ABC, which is again very similar to the WXY counterpart that we had here. Now before getting into the more local here, let's check out the other possibility, which was the impulse wave structure. In here we would be labeling this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 1, 2, and another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a lower degree wave 1 and wave 2. Again, we had to move the wave 2 from these lows over here because we had overlap here. At this point again, we still have yet to come back to these highs here. However, we did not get beyond the 1.618 here on that third wave, which is generally the target. If we don't hit these, it's more than likely that it is not a third wave, but instead some kind of a corrective target, where instead again we had this more likely scenario where we had this as an A, B, and C hitting that exact 1.236 here. So again, that is why I do prefer this more corrective outlook at this moment, climbing up correctively. And this is, again, has taken all the liquidity that we had here on futures. But again, there is of course more beyond these current highs that are pretty much level to these ones at September 13th. Now, let's take a closer look on the very local structures. Go back to 15 minutes. And as this is my main, I'm going to be looking at it as such. From the lows, we have a potential three-way structure. Let's go back to 5 minutes for now. We have a potential structure here. We can see going up from the lows. And then we have another three-way structure coming down, new lows on RSI, giving that divergence going up, or continuation divergence. So that would be a hidden bullish divergence going upwards. At this moment, we have yet to hit the 1-to-1. So again, that would be the first target. We have a hourly fair value gap here that has not been hit or completed. You see that one here, that is hitting the 1.236 exactly the dot. So I would expect this to be hit. We have other confluence here where we have previous lows, and meaning that it is a support zone. So I would be expecting this to be turning into resistance here, more likely than not. So again, if price gets back in here, I would be looking for short opportunities. Order block all the way up in here. I don't expect us to get there. but I've just labeled it in or marked that area as an interest as well. For now, I do like this area more in the form of this being a three-way structure. If we go beyond the 1.618 here, of course that can turn into more of a bullish structure that could be topping out at these highs here. At this would be again more towards that 2.236, which again means that it is one of the targets that we would be looking for in more of a impulse wave structure, where neither the wave 3 here or the fifth wave after the fourth wave would be created would be extended. So again, this order block here or the one at the top here could be major resistance here. But I think those are the areas I would be interested in looking for short opportunities again. But I think that is going to be doing it for this video on S&P 500. Again, if you made it this far in this video, I would appreciate the likes and comments on this video. There's a link to my Patreon and Discord on the description below as well. Check out CTC as well. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Bye bye.